Oh. You're live.
I'm live. Hey guys, how are you? I'm just getting my yarn all ready to go. I can't see anybody, but Cindy says we're live. She's got something's wrong with our TV. We should be in the right input.
No, it's the 213th anniversary of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony in C minor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
she's got the TV on. Okay. I don't know.
You can look over here and see it.
Okay, so we are live. I don't see any comments.
Yeah, you won't for a minute. Just
okay.
Keep going. I'm gonna get you fixed.
Okay, so today I'm doing an artist and abstract again. You know how I like my abstract. So this one is pretty cool. It's a Siri Berg. She was originally from Sweden and immigrated to the United States. I think she passed away a few years ago at like 98 years old.
Oh my
goodness. So this is one of her works of art that I'm going to do. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I'd like to see comments. If we can at least see the TV, the computer, and tell me about it. I can do it without the TV.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. And it's pretty cool with her color she uses. And let me.
Okay.
Okay, so.
You want the close up?
Yeah, we can do the close up. And so she's got some pretty cool. It's all different kinds of shapes and different things in this picture. It's pretty interesting. Did you try moving that to a different
Yes.
port? Okay.
There's you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start, and when Cindy gets comments, she'll say hi to everybody and talk to them. I can't see the comments right now because our TV is not working. That's usually right behind me here. So I'm a little blind and I'm a little out of my element, but I'm trying. Okay. Okay, I need to see what color that was.
Okay. Hi, Ellen and Deanna and Jan and Sidra and Peggy and Linda. So happy you're here. Okay, now I got that part. Now I'm going to see if I can figure out why
We don't have a TV.
the signal isn't coming through to the TV.
Okay, so I'm going to do all kinds of cool little shapes on here today.
Something's going on with the computer. It's not sending the signal. I do love those colors.
Yeah. I like the shapes too. They have some pretty cool shapes. The other question I had for everybody, now that a lot of people are going back to work because of COVID and things like that, we were kind of wondering, does this time still work, or would you like us to do it? Probably not the crowd that's on here right now because you're usually here at 2 o'clock, but people that play this back, And you guys can input too that are on right now. Do you like it to stay at this time on Mondays, or should we do like after 5 o'clock at night when people get off work or something like that, so more people can watch it live and things like that? I guess so. Anybody has any ideas about that? Um, just put it in the comments, and then we'll look at them after the show, or even while we're doing this now, to see what people think.
Because one of the things we were wondering is if it'd be. Oh, look, it's there. I
Oh.
fixed it.
She fixed it.
I don't know how, but I did. Hi, Savannah.
Hi, Savannah.
So,
Oh, I see everybody's names. Hi, Jan. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Sidra. Am I missing anybody?
Honey.
Oh, I said Penny.
Oh.
Is Peggy on?
Let me go back up. Alan, Jan, Sidra, Peggy.
Hi, Linda.
And Peggy.
And Peggy. Hi, Peggy.
So we were just kind of wondering if earlier in the day or early evening would be better, since a lot of people are back working on site.
Yeah. I don't want people to miss out.
Well, and the earlier you go, they can watch it back later, too. But it's not as much fun. Linda likes it. She's retired on the East Coast. Peggy is good because later is out. So, I don't know. I think Terry. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
In Denver works for me.
Who's
earlier
that?
in the day.
I can't. Irene?
Oh, you know the mouse went over it.
Yeah. Hi, Irene.
This thing is just. If you have a hard time catching it now, you can watch it back. That's the beauty of this. You're not live.
But I was thinking more for people that could do it live if they would like it at a different time.
Yeah. I really like this picture though.
I do too.
For those of you that just came in, this is what he's doing today. It's what's it called?
It's called
Cycle of Life from Siri Berg. It's very cool. I like the neutrals in it. Savannah says the time works for her, but the only thing on her schedule is napping.
Oh, I do that after the show.
Sometimes during we do it.
Is that a problem?
Micro naps.
I find sometimes when I'm drinking really bad, I'll chug a Rockstar and then take a 15-minute nap, and then I'm like ready to go.
Oh, they call those something. What do they call those? Some kind of caffeine nap or something. By the time it kicks in, you wake up. That's a very restful colors. Kind of dusty,
Yeah.
but not pale.
And I got a whole bunch of colors I'm going to put on this too.
Yeah, we're probably. He said this one's going to take a bit of time to hand paint, so he's probably going to.
Just do one side
Do one
for
side.
this show.
What bases you got?
I have Stunning Superwash, I have Legacy Worsted, and Smashing Sock. So
soon
covering all my bases.
we got a DK sock base that we're going to start using. That's a DK weight, but it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So for those of you doing DK socks, once we get that, we just got it from the mill last Friday.
So I need to experiment with it quite a
little.
bit, yeah.
It's pretty much this, it's the same as our sock blend. It's just a matter of seeing if it's the same. It's not always the same components. The nylon may be a little different, and sometimes that takes different and requires different temperatures and things. So it's going to take him a hot minute to test it all out. So we've been working on our inventory and what we're planning on taking to Maryland Sheep and Wool. And so we may have some polls and stuff out on Facebook if you were to see us at a show, because this show is so much more limited on space than what we're doing at Stitches shows, that we're going to have to scale back, which is hard for us. It's like leaving one of your children behind to not take a color or a base. So we're trying to figure out which of our bases we should give priority to, because I think I'd rather take fewer bases and more colors. I guess that's just my opinion, because people come to us because of our colors. I don't think that, you know, and if we have representation of other bases, then they can always order it. Peggy says all her friends know she's on Monday and Friday California time.
Oh.
We're happy to be part of your permanent schedule, Peggy. Penny likes this time too.
Okay.
So it was almost 70 degrees here on Saturday. It was amazing. And then we got 4 inches of snow last night, which wasn't amazing, but it's pretty melted off. That's a very good point, Deanna. Colors are more important in real life than the base, and the base doesn't change. So if we have all of our bases represented in natural or something to give people an idea, then we're fine. Good point. We're going to have to start looking for some booth help, aren't we?
Yeah.
If you're in the area of Maryland Sheep and Wool, which is at what? The something fairgrounds.
Yeah.
If you're in the area, you know where it is, I'm sure. Or if you're going and you want to help
Hang
us
out
out
with us
in the booth, either set up Friday or partial day Saturday or Sunday.
It might be entertaining too, because there's always a few Thomisms in the booth.
Or whatever that means. Irene really loves what you're doing. I do too. This one's making me really happy. This is kind of an early spring colorway. It's not, you know, I like to do colors that aren't super representative of, like we did Noland in the fall, and the plums. Oh, we miss you, Sidra. We love working with you and Jamie. someday we'll get back east,
West.
west. It's such a Monday. Oh my God. Oh, well, Deanna, we could always use roadies. But we haven't done a show in over 2 years, so I'm like a little bit freaking out because nothing is in order. We were doing a show a month at least at the end there. So
Well, and I had that big truck and those big racks, so we could just throw anything on the truck. Now that we don't have the truck, it's a little different.
yeah, now we have to try and Tetris the big van. Irene says she can do it.
Ooh!
Ooh, shoot me an email. Cindy at Stunning String. We pay well. And you can take it in cash or yarn. Plus you get a big discount.
And there might be
Sidra
a
knows.
and there might be a T-shirt involved.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll probably do t-shirts over those aprons. Aprons don't work real well in the mud. It's so bizarre to think about pulling everything back together in a different way. So I'm working on it early. Because if I don't, I will not sleep. Sidra still has her t-shirt from the first year they were with us. That's when, yeah, that was a while back. You guys were with us every year we were out there, I think. We always had a lot of fun with the crew at West, because we had little Courtney, we watched her have babies, and we had Jamie and Sidra and
Lucy.
and Christine, who used to be a Canadian Mountie. There's a lot of people, and Jessica. Now I'm gonna forget somebody and feel bad. Oh, nice. Irene says she's very close to the fairgrounds.
Ooh. Where did it say we're gonna stay? We're gonna stay at the
Turf Valley.
Turf Valley.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the Stitches West pictures on Facebook and thinking back to when we did West in San Jose the last few times, and it was so crowded. They didn't seem to have that problem in Sacramento. I think combination, no, new location, new dates, COVID. But they seem to have a pretty good turnout, so that's good. I'm happy for the ones that went. Now that gas is almost $5 a gallon, I'm kind of glad we're not
God.
driving that big
Well,
car.
but that was a big diesel.
I
And I had 100 and some gallon fuel tank on that thing.
We'd have lost money all the way around, just on gas. Ooh, maybe for run. Yeah. Oh, did Jamie go? Good. She said it wasn't crowded this year.
What I'm trying to do is get a whole bunch of colors in here, and I got a light one, a light color that I'm going to put all around the areas that is left.
She had some amazing stuff, and this artist Siri Berg.
Yep.
a lot of her stuff was very bright and rainbowy, too. But this one, I guess, just kind of spoke to me today.
To me, it seemed like she did a lot of Kenneth Nolan type of stuff.
Well, this was from 1967, so it was around the time. I just saw there's a new Andy Warhol documentary that just came out.
Ooh.
After he was shot. I didn't know that he had been shot because I never really paid much attention. But I think it was on PBS. It sounded interesting. Anybody that is an artist that is so historically prominent has to have a story, you know? I mean,
I think every artist has a story.
well, I think every artist has a story.
I think everybody has a story.
Especially
Yep.
those ones that become a household name. There's a reason for that. I am too, Deanna. These colors are really fun. How many days till we leave on the cruise, Deanna? It's got to be down to like 8 or 9, 10, something like that. Can't believe I want to go. It's supposed to snow again on Thursday.
Nice.
It's like next Wednesday she leaves. Oh my goodness. It's so soon. This is a cruise Deanna has been planning for 2 years or more. So the buildup has been long and so worth it. Ooh, I like that in there. Mellow.
Yeah, I usually leave a lot of natural, but this time, you know what, let's have a background.
Well, there's so many shades in that a little natural's fine, but most
Yeah.
of it's... Okay, Irene, I'll look for it.
This is a color I just mixed up on the whim. This is not a stock color. Well, a lot of these are not stock colors. A lot of these I mixed up just for this. I think they all were mixed up for this, so these are not any of my stock colors. Sometimes you gotta go with different colors. They look a lot like them, some of them, but different formulas.
I really like that. Deanna's not so sure about it now. I think it's more muted than a lot of the stuff he's been doing lately, which I kind of like. Oh, she does like it.
But this was the background.
I like it. I think it'll be, but it is a little different than what you've been doing lately.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think it's, I just like how mellow it is. Maybe that's because that's how I feel today. Mellow. And sad. Because I missed my baby girl. Lulu's at boarding training.
She's been gone for like 3 days now.
She left on Friday. It's just too quiet.
Okay, you're gonna have to take a picture.
Oh, I do. Oh, shook myself
Interesting.
down.
So, it's the similar colors in here, but I had to spread it out because the yarn is long, and I want to make sure everyone's uniform looks the same. So that's why I took these shapes and pushed them all the way around the shapes. Which way do you want it? This way?
That's good. Okay.
But this is Siri Berg that we did. Yeah, and Circle of Life. She painted this in 1967. So this is what we did today. We will have this ready for Friday, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. So we'll reveal it on Friday, and then you guys can buy it on Friday, and it'll be stock after that, and a whole bunch of bases. So I think it's going to be pretty cool.
I like it.
Yep. So it sounds like hearing from you guys, I'm going to listen to people that watch us back, but I think for now I'm going to just probably keep it at 2 o'clock on Mondays for doing this.
Yeah, so if you're watching back and you have other ideas on times, let us know. And same for Friday. You know,
Yeah.
we're going to have to switch that up to a Saturday coming up because Tom's going to be out of town on a Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And
it's not yarn related.
no, Tom's taking a vacation days.
First
I guess you're due.
time traveling out of the state in over
2
years. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm only going one state, but to the greatest bourbon state, Kentucky.
Okay.
So this will be on Friday.
We will see you Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a good week.